YouTuber has finally returned from his hiatus and is now making videos again after having deleted his old channel. It's going to be just like it was in 2013. People are going to take him seriously. People are going to think he knows a lot about technology. People are going to assume he knows what he's talking about and that he has insider information and that he has a lot of insights to give on the industry. He's going to explain to you how Nintendo is doomed and how the PlayStation bandwidth is somehow going to make the graphics look worse. Like, he's gonna do the same things he was doing already, in other words. It's ridiculous. It is really, really, really crazy to kind of see like Rich try and slither back. After all this talk about how he was done with Review Tech USA, how he was never going back to it, how he wanted to make like an ASMR channel or a music channel or like a drama channel, like everything you do, Rich, ends in failure. Your tenure as a father has been a failure. Your marriage was a failure. Your career was a failure. And your non-career as an internet personality or an internet celebrity, an incel, in other words, has ended in failure. And all you're doing is trying to chase those highs like you had 10 years ago. Oh, please, please, please let me go back to high school. I'm sorry. Let me go back to the early days of YouTube when I had no real competition, when I could just bullshit into a microphone with my voice, with my really deep voice, and gaslight people into thinking I knew what I was talking about. Like, take me back to that period. YouTube, please, I'm begging you. I'm broke. I'm living in my parents' house. My daughter is blind. Like, please, please, please take me back. Not going to happen. Review Tech USA is stuck. It is perpetual present. He is stuck as a locale. He is stuck talking about Darkside Phil for 12 hours a night, interspersed with occasional attacks on yours truly. We are seeing a 10-year-long crash out in real time hit new lows every time. And Rich is desperately trying to go back. He's desperately trying to go back to how things were before and going back to when people actually took him seriously and how he could interview people like Scott the Woz and how he was this huge respected figure in the YouTube sphere because there was no one else there. There was no competition. He was Review Tech USA. And now that all of his lies have been exposed, now that we know way too much about his personal life, now that we know everything there is to know about Review Tech USA, there's no going back. You can't just build your channel back. You don't have the million subscribers. You don't have the viewership. You don't even have people asking for your channel to come back. That was the funny thing I noticed when, like, I'm sitting there watching his, like, I'm bringing Review Tech USA back, guys video. Like, he makes this claim that, like, oh, yeah, I have a lot of people who came up to me in real life and were just like, oh, Rich, you're still around? Oh, man, I loved your channel, bro. I loved it when you reviewed technology in the USA, whatever happened to your channel, bro? And then, like, Rich was just like, yeah, all of these totally real, totally existent people, like, inspired me that I had to bring Review Tech USA back so I could accomplish my life goal of being an internet grifter. It's just like, that's basically what it amounted to. He's sitting there and he's like, yeah, I have unfinished business on Review Tech USA. And I'm just like, what are you going to do? You're going to do the exact same thing you did last time. You're going to seethe about Keemstar. You're going to not talk about the Kino Casino. You're going to obsess over Darkside Phil. You're going to just try and pretend you're like some enlightened centrist who hates Trump. Like, you're gonna do like all of these, like, all the weird grifts, all the weird, like, richisms we've seen over the years. Like, nothing has changed. You have not grown as a person. You have not learned how to make more interesting and compelling content. You are not someone who can come back and revitalize your career by simply rebooting your channel, it's over. You're not a tech review channel. You are a lolcow channel. You are a complete waste of space and a complete waste of everyone's time. Kino Casino can't even cover you because your streams are so boring. You're just sitting there watching some random video of DSP or whatever, just kind of like stony faced. You're kind of just like, staring at the screen like this. Like you're not moving, you're not saying anything. You don't have like any insightful commentary or anything that like really amounts to like any meaningful observations about anything. It's just you live streaming because you don't want to be around your family. Okay. You're live streaming instead of making short 10-minute long videos because it's just a giant cope. You can't make it as a live streamer. You couldn't even make it as a YouTube content creator, right? You don't have the talent. You don't have the capacity. You don't have the personality or the charisma. People only watch you to make fun of you. You are one of the lowest of the low when it comes to tech reviewers on YouTube. Like maybe Pat the NES Punk is worse, but like he's so irrelevant that like nobody even knows who he is. Like Rich of ReviewTechUSA is probably one of the worst tech YouTube channels there is. Like I can't think of anyone who's had a more ridiculous history. I can't think of anyone who's had this many crash outs. I can't think of anyone who's had so many ridiculous hot takes. Remember when he tried to tell us that the Steam Deck would be just as popular and influential as the iPhone? Like I do. I have evidence of it. So the simple fact of the matter is, Rich is a complete and total fraud. Okay, rebooting the channel again for like the third time is not going to somehow like salvage your career. It's not going to fix your life. Honestly, what he should be doing is that he should go out and get a job. Like with his upload schedule, where he uploads like once every like 5 days or something. He could easily like go get a job, work it, and then come back and then like do videos. That's what I do, right? Like that's what normal people do. Okay, that's all he would have to do. But ReviewTechUSA is too lazy and too stupid to even consider such a thing. Having a job is beneath him. ReviewTechUSA doesn't work. He just sits around and does drugs all day and stares at Elden Ring title screens and watches DSP. That's all ReviewTechUSA knows how to do with his life.